Hello, everyone. Good afternoon and welcome, everyone. Today we have a special session with a special subject we never covered, and we have an awesome speaker with us that I will introduce in a second. But before I introduce our next speaker, I want to welcome everyone and also thank you for being with us. I know that your time is valuable, so we totally appreciate you being here with us. And tell us from where you're coming from. So I see here Marie Gallagher. Hello. We have Patrick. Okay, tell us where you're turning from. And again, so today's speakers are actually a great friend, but also an amazing speakers, an amazing person with awesome news for you. It's Teresa Riley. Hello, Teresa.
Hi, Daniele. Thanks for having me. It's
Well,
good
no,
seeing you again.
thank you to being here with us, first of all. And so Teresa is the head of an organization that is doing amazing things. And we also have, we're going to tell you a little bit about the story about this one in a second. And what, Teresa, why tell us a little bit for the people who you are, what your organization is about, and what you do.
Well, my name's Teresa Riley, and I am the CEO and founder of WaterSVita Technologies. And what we do, we have an incredible disruptive technology product that is taking the biohacking world by storm because it's never before been seen on planet Earth. And I'm really excited to tell you about it. But the reason why I started the company was because I had a horrible health scare a few years back, and I was diagnosed with terminal cancer,
Oh, wow.
which I now do not refer to as cancer. I refer to it as hypoxia.
Oh, wow.
And I had a terminal case of hypoxia, and I did not want to go through the traditional routes of handling this other disease that is so prolific. I wanted to find why I had it and what I could do about it so that I could be healthy. And I found something quite amazing. And now that's why I started this company. And I'm super excited to tell your audience all about it. And my background has been in business. So it was kind of an easy decision to start this company, but not that I needed to start a company at this stage of life, but I need to tell the world about it.
I totally see that. That's amazing. So, all right, so let's dive into this subject, which is fascinating, by the way, guys. And I'm sure you will find it super exciting because we have super exciting news that you need to know about it. That's why we're having this. All right, so here's some statistics. So 70% of an estimated 70% of Americans are living in a state of subclinical cellular hypoxia. And apparently, I mean, seems a huge problem because virtually every chronic conditions, degenerative disease, from cancer to dementia, thrive in an anaerobic oxygen poor environment. So, Teresa, so wow, this is amazing. This is like it's blown my mind. 70% of the population is running out of oxygen. So what are some of the symptoms that somebody may start looking into when we're talking about of this problem?
Yes, well, what we're talking about is cellular hypoxia, which is different from hypoxia in the blood. It's very different. And it underlies 90% of chronic illness, 90%.
Wow.
70% of Americans are suffering from it and they don't even know. So some of the symptoms you may have are anemia, asthma, breathlessness, bronchitis, coughing, cancer, COPD, congenital heart disease, diabetes, exhaustion, fatigue, heart disease, rapid heart rate, lung disease, obesity, wheezing, sleep apnea. That's a very short list, very
Wow.
short list. But if you have any of those, you may be suffering from cellular hypoxia. The first sign that you have cellular hypoxia is you're tired or exhausted. How many people do you know that are fatigued all the time?
I mean, you cannot count it in, right?
Right. You can't count it. It's the number one thing that people complain of. They just don't have energy. And that's because they're not getting enough oxygen in the cell.
That's a very important point. So now, I mean, along the same lines, right? So when we hear about hypoxia, right, like, and this is not a term that is normally used. So, I mean, at least like when I heard about hypoxia, always I heard about in connection with hospital emergency room or maybe high altitude, you know, people that are climbing. So how is this problem of lack of oxygen at cellular level? How big is this problem, and why you think now is nobody's talking about? Like,
Well, the problem is huge. Like I said, it underlies about 90% of chronic condition. You can literally Google any disease and hypoxia, and you will see the correlation. The problem is huge. Why isn't it talked about? Because I think it's because the medical profession has given so many names for so many things, like, oh, you have this, oh, you have that, but the underlying cause has been swept under the rug. And in the end, everyone dies from one thing, and that is cellular hypoxia. That's what
right.
you die from in the end. So that's my personal opinion on it.
Well, that's great. That's I think is awesome. I mean, it's a good point. So now, lately, I will say in the last 3 or 4 years, like, so we have seen a bit of an explosion of chamber, you know, the oxygenated chamber, that chamber, this system, that system, right? Now, why, in your opinion, or based on your study and research you have done, why is traditional oxygenation method, like at this moment, it kind of is not enough when a patients need more oxygen at a cellular level?
Okay, well, the patient is already in a compromised state. So when you're giving supplemental oxygen, you're just giving oxygen so that the blood can carry it around, okay?
Yes.
And you're using the O2 molecule under pressure, which is the same oxygen that you breathe. So now breathing deep and all of that stuff, that is great stuff for you to do.
Of course.
However, if your body is already in a compromised state, that means that your body is using glucose to create energy. So when you're already in the state of using glucose to create energy, you're already compromised. Your body does not have enough energy to get the oxygen to the mitochondria. But people are starting to become aware, like, we need more oxygen.
Yeah.
This is the problem. They're becoming aware. But up until I found this incredible technology, there has not been an effective delivery system to the mitochondria until now. And so you have to understand that your body works pretty much like an engine. You're a carbon oxygen engine.
Right.
When you have the oxygen that you need, your body releases the carbon dioxide. Okay, so you need that process. And when you are deprived of enough oxygen, your body goes from a aerobic process to an anaerobic process.
Yeah.
And that's a vital process that your body needs to live, but it's not efficient, and it releases radicals into the system, and it makes your body acid, and you get lactic acid buildup. Now, that is why athletes need recovery time, because they have lactic acid buildup. If that goes on over a period of time, not only does your body become acid, but it can lead into disease. Now, underlying that is a lack of oxygen. So if you give the oxygen to the cell, not only does your body become alkaline, but it also becomes oxygenated, and then you have enough energy. Your body will create enough ATP to give you the energy that you need, and it will rebuild your immune system so that you're not tired and the body can heal itself.
Wow, fascinating. So, guys, listen, Teresa here is bringing solution that no one has. Like amazing. So, okay, so Teresa, let's talk about for a second. Well, I mean, you kind of touched upon, but maybe you want to expand upon the same subject. Like, so, what happened when, like, when there is lack of oxygen of the cellular level, right? So, you mentioned it, like, you know, it create this disease-causing acid. Can you talk more about this point, like to reverse this sort of vicious cycle? Because it's almost a vicious cycle, because people kind of, yeah, I need to get more oxygen and so forth, but I mean, it's not happening. So what can somebody do to reverse these vicious cycles?
Okay, well, what you have to do is you have to get oxygen into the mitochondria.
Right.
And this does it. But we'll get into that in a minute. We'll get into that in a minute. But what happens is your Krebs cycle, which is the cycle that creates ATP or energy in the body, when your cells get deprived of it, the Krebs cycle degrades.
Okay.
So I always liken it to driving an 8-cylinder car. If you're driving an 8-cylinder car and all cylinders are firing, it's great. One of the cylinders goes down, it rides a little rough. 2 go down, it's a little bit more rough. 3, you know, when it's down to half, it's like, oh my God, you're bouncing down the road and you need to take it into the shop. That's what happens inside the body when your cells don't have enough oxygen. So your body, if it's deprived of oxygen by 35% in the cells over 48 hours, that is the precise moment disease begins.
Wow.
Yes. So
35%.
over 48 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. That's when disease will begin. And people are always talking. So when your Krebs cycle is going down to 7, you get tired. 6, you're getting even more tired. 5, you're like, oh, I'm tired all the time. You know, all of this sort of thing. So modern medicine has been talking about how the body uses glucose to create ATP. However, and this is going to turn the medical books on its ear, and you'll find out about it at the conference we're going to talk about later, because that conference is going to blow people's mind. There's stuff you've never heard. But there was a new study that came out of Brandeis University by Dr. Klaus Schmidt-Rohr, who proved conclusively that the ATP is created 70% by cellular oxygen, not glucose. And so why is that important? Because that means that everything that's been learned before, people have been living on the glucose. In other words, they've been in a compromised oxygenated state for their whole life, and they've been using glucose. They've been getting more and more acid, more and more sick, more and more fatigued, and they don't know why. So how do you handle it? You get oxygen into the mitochondria. It gets rid of the lactic acid buildup. It gets rid of the fatigue, gives you the energy, and it gives your body the ability to create the energy so that you can stay healthy. I mean, this is a huge, groundbreaking. Wow. It's huge. It's groundbreaking.
That's huge. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, well, let's start to go into the solutions and how what you and your team have created here and what you guys have done, right? So, and guys, this is where it gets fascinating, because that's where the solution comes in, because you say, okay, well, what do we do with this, right? So you guys found, you and your team have found a way to bypass these whole things of the glucose-driven oxygenation to a better way to bring the oxygen at cellular level. So can you tell us a little bit about this point?
Absolutely. And I first want to clarify, I did not do it. I am not the scientist. Dr. Robert Lyons is the scientist. He took 25 years of his life to turn oxygen, a gas, into a liquid. Why? Because when you inhale a gas, it releases radicals into the system.
Yeah.
And over time, that creates the vicious cycle, right? It gives you a little bit of reprieve for a little bit of time. And then later on, it's like, oh, what's going on? He knew that if he could turn it into a stabilized liquid, it would get into the cells. If he could change the structure of the gas, if he could change it into the structure so that it was small enough to get into the mitochondria, and because it's a liquid, every 14 days when you ingest it, it cleans out your interstitial fluid. Imagine that. It's amazing. It's so amazing. And when you start drinking this incredible product, you just start having energy. Like you feel really good. Your cognitive ability goes up. You do not have the fatigue. You can work for hours on end, and you actually feel better, like happy when you drink it. So just to clarify, I didn't invent it, but I found it and I decided to bring it to the world. And I feel like this is something everyone in the world needs, because they are in that constant state of living off of glucose.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, can you talk a little bit more? I know that this is a little bit scientific, but I think our practitioners really appreciate that because they love this part of the data. I know that Dr. Lyon, he created like a special long-chain oxygen microcluster. So can you tell us a little bit more about this point and what's amazing invention? Because also just so you guys know, like I had the pleasure to meet Dr. Lyons and a conference that he did recently, thanks to Teresa. And I know that from his presentation, he had patent on all of this stuff. So this is not something that it just happened yesterday and he wake up and oh yeah, let's come up with some brand new water. No. Here it is a lot of science behind it with his patent, and as you mentioned, there is 25 years of research behind it. But it's fascinating, this point of this microcluster. So can you tell us a little bit more about this point?
Yes, it's a proprietary technology that he developed that takes water and turns it into what's the scientific name is high oxygen content stabilized bioavailable liquid, which means that it is stabilized drinkable oxygen. And it's a different species of oxygen, if you can believe that. He got it to a point where he could remove one of the hydrogen molecules, and then 128 molecules bind to that hydrogen, which make it very, very, very small. And the partial pressure that's in the body, the doctors probably know, but just for audiences that are not doctors, let's just say, and these are not the correct numbers, but just for understanding's sake, your body has partial pressure of oxygen inside, and so does the atmosphere. That's how you can breathe and live without imploding or exploding whenever the pressure dives, right? Well, in this, there's 4 times the partial pressure that's inside the body. And now, coupled with the long chain oxygen molecule of 128 molecules, there is an electronic signature that goes along with this that's bound to the oxygen. So the mitochondria eat oxygen, but they also need voltage, just like a car. If you have gas in the car but no spark, it's not going to start.
Right.
If you have the spark and no gas, it won't run. Same thing. So this incredible product not only has the spark, it has the food, and it has the pressure to push it right in, bypassing the digestive system, the respiratory system, the cardiovascular system, and it just goes wherever your body needs it to oxygenate your cells.
Wow. It's amazing.
It is amazing.
That's amazing. Yes, I know. Dr. Lyon, he was explaining, and he did lots of trial research, and again, and it's been the work of his life. So that's amazing. Thank you for explaining this.
You're welcome.
Okay, so let's talk about a little bit about the oxygenated water. Then we talk about the event that is coming up. So, so this is not just water. Like this is, like you mentioned, this is a total different brand of this unique thing. So, beside the fact that obviously this is not oxygen water, but what is more? I mean, you already mentioned a little bit about it, but
it's actually, why don't you take a sip, because I poured you some.
Yeah.
And this is not oxygen infused water. We don't add anything into it, but it's stabilized drinkable oxygen, and it tastes very clean, smooth.
Yeah.
Looks like water, tastes like water, but
Yeah,
it's
it tastes like
actually
water. Like no, nothing. You drink it, tastes like water.
But when you drink this every day, not only will it clean your interstitial fluid, but it will handle your hypoxia on a cellular level. And I've been drinking it every day for 2 years, and I couldn't go without it. I know when I don't have it when I'm traveling, sometimes I'm like, oh, I need to have it.
Yeah.
So, but the one beautiful, exciting thing that I want your audience to know is that this was only available overseas until recently, but now I'm partners with him, with Dr. Lyons, and we are manufacturing it now in the United States.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's very exciting. Like when I decided to start this, I really wanted to bring it to the world, and you're a good part of that, a big part
That's
of
right.
it, because we're spreading the word. Because doctors can use this in their practice and add it to their treatment plans, because there's never been any contraindications at all.
Yeah.
But it enhances anything that you're doing. Like it helps recovery time. Like if you're taking vitamins, because of the pressure, it helps push it in and draw the nutrients and everything. It's just an amazing, incredible product, and we're excited about that.
Yes, exactly. And then obviously for anyone listening, like we want you to let us know if you want more information and so forth, and so that you can start implementing or using into your practice. I mean, that's part of a reason why we're doing what we are doing. Okay, so now let's talk about the upcoming event. So I know that there is an incredible event coming up, like less than a month now, I believe, or somewhere in the middle of May, first week of May.
It's
and
May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
Oh,
actually.
whoa! So
Yes.
that's coming
It's
out right
coming
up.
very soon.
So this is a conference, right? For anyone can go, but it's kind of more for people that are in the know, in the field. I mean, everyone can go, but can you tell us a little bit more about it?
This conference is not your average, biohacking conference or whatever. I guarantee you, I promise you, it will blow your mind. Like what I just said about that Klaus Schmidt roar, that's huge, groundbreaking. They will have to rewrite the medical books because of it. And there's more just like that. There's more. We have doctors flying in from all over the world who are going to speak. We have one doctor from Singapore coming in who had two full spectrum boys that she turned around.
Wow.
And she will tell us what she did, and it involves this.
Wow.
And we have another doctor who is called the grandfather of bioelectric medicine, which is Dr. Jerry Tennant. Maybe some of your audience knows about him. He's amazing. But he realized years ago that voltage is so important to the health of the mitochondria. It's voltage and oxygen. You need the both. So he's going to be speaking, but then we have another doctor who's going to be speaking. What carries the voltage?
Right.
What is it? And he's going to be talking about a groundbreaking discovery he found. And then we have a woman who's speaking. You've never heard of this woman because she is the woman that's at the forefront. Dr. Tennant was 50 years ahead of his time. She's 50 years ahead of our time.
Wow.
And this woman is going to talk about something that will absolutely, I guarantee you, your mouth will be wide open, wondering, what are you like? And I don't even want to give it away, but she's amazing. And then, of course, we have Dr. Lyons, who's going to be talking all about his discoveries. And we have his mentor, his professor
Oh,
is
wow.
coming from Hungary. He was the top geneticist at Cambridge University. And when he studied this water, he actually quit Cambridge University. He said, this is the only thing that we found that positively affects the genes. And if you're looking for the fountain of youth, this is it. He's going to be there.
Wow.
Oh, we have an incredible lineup, and I guarantee you it will blow your mind.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. So we actually have a link. We have a little a link on how to come to the conference. So the conference is called Oxygenation Conference, and it's going to be the first week of May. So there is a fee for attending. So, but like it is worth to go there. Absolutely. Like we want you to be there because so the location is in
It's in
Go
Totowa, New
New
Jersey.
Jersey.
It's a weird.
Yeah.
It's 30 minutes outside of Manhattan. You'd have to fly into New Jersey, into Newark, and it just take a cab there. It's in a beautiful, brand new $50 million facility called the Chariot. It's a Russian oligarch owned it. It's just, oh my God, it's beautiful.
Yeah, the Golden Chariot, right?
Yes, it's very beautiful. May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So we definitely want you to be there. So again, is May 1st to the 3rd. The link is all in the somewhere on the screen. There is a landing page. It give you all information. You can register there. And meanwhile, is there any questions like that you would like to ask to Teresa? You're welcome to do so. But let's talk about a little bit more about this water. So if somebody would like to put a practitioners would like to implement this to their in their protocol, I mean that's pretty easy. Basically, is there like a specific sort of things that you saw is best or in terms of usage?
We recommend a bottle a day, but you drink it like this. Drink about a cup in the morning, wait an hour and a half, drink another, wait an hour and a half throughout the day. That will keep your cells oxygenated all day. But one thing is that since this is very high oxygen content, it won't hydrate you. So you need other liquids to stay hydrated. It's not going to dehydrate you in one day.
Of course.
But if you're only drinking this as your source, you have to drink other liquids. But that's how we recommend it. And the doctors can implement it right in their treatment plans with anything that they're doing.
Wow.
We have professional athletes that are drinking it that have zero recovery time when they drink.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, this is amazing for anyone that is an athlete. Is perfect.
It is.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. So, well, we are almost, the time's up, but I wanted to ask, so how is somebody would like to order, what's more or less the cost, just to have an idea of, I think you're selling by the box, right?
Yeah, we sell by the box. It's well, if doctors want to implement it in their treatment plan,
Yeah, they can get a discount.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's $78 a box.
Right.
Yeah.
Great.
So
Well, look, I mean, this is amazing. For just less than $100, you get like a box of the water. I guess it is about $6, I think, per bottle.
6 in a box. Yeah, these are very big bottles.
Oh yeah,
a liter and a half.
And in any case, so I mean, we are all about helping to find solution to the undercut or underlying cost to health issues and find something that is workable, that is easy to implement. I mean, easier than this, I don't know what is going to be. I mean, you just take water, put it into a cup and drink it. So
this gets rid of inflammation.
Yes.
I've had so many people tell me. We had a weird thing. One lady said she had this thing called retinal vein occlusion. I didn't even know what it was, but the doctor said the only thing they could do would be to cut her eye out.
Oh,
She started drinking this and putting it in eye drops in her eye, and in 2 weeks it was healed.
wow.
I mean, that's what she, and we've had so many people that with eye problems, with fatigue, with inflammation, joint pain, handle the underlying cause, and there you are.
That's right. Exactly. So anyway, guys, so there you have it. Patriot Water, like,
Patriox.
Patriots. So that's best.
The reason it's called Patriox is it's because we are all patriots for health freedom.
That's right.
So this is water for health freedom.
Absolutely. And so there you have it. So so if you would like to have more information, okay, so somebody say how to get it. Well, I mean, you can, if you're a practitioners, let us know. We work out to get you an account with Teresa so you can get a wholesale discount. And we're working out to get the whole structure so that we're going to launch also from us. But for now, like, definitely, go to the conference again. Excuse me, it's May 1st to the 3rd, and it's going to be in New Jersey at the Golden Chariot. So you want to be there, you don't want to miss it, because this is going to be amazing. So there you have it. Teresa, thank you so much for being here with us.
You're welcome.
And thank you for all of you being here. If you watching this as a replay, it's totally fine. We appreciate if you can, or if you're watching on YouTube, we appreciate if you can please subscribe, like, comment. It's going to help the algorithm to get the word out of this video and of these presentations. And otherwise, again, thank you for being here. Teresa, thank you.
Thank you.
And I look forward to see you soon to the next episode. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye now.